Siege peasy.
Okay, start off by deleting the default cube, then add in an ant landscape, and in presets choose default large. Change the X and Y subdivisions to 500, then add in a PBR rock texture using Node Wrangler, then change the texture coordinate from UV to object. Add a value node to the scale and change it to 0.3. I must say, that's already looking rather good. Now change the render engine to cycles, change feature set from sported to experimental, and under settings of the materials tab, change it to displacement and bump. That's a bit too rocky, so change the displacement strength to 0.5. Okay, time to make the tree. We're going to use sapling tree generator, so choose the preset tree you like, add some extra leaves and branches, then shrink it down and add it to your scene. And once you're happy with where it's placed, it's time to change the lighting of the main part of the scene. With the first light behind the hill, change it to blue, then duplicate that light, and put it to the front and the left of the scene, and change it to a nice red. Make sure that the mystical tree is covered in dark shadow. Because now we add an emission to the tree, change the emission color to red, and play with the color settings until you're happy. Okay, let's set up the camera. And once you're happy where it's placed, take the mountain you've made and duplicate it a bunch of times. Add loads of light to accentuate the rocky textures. Then add a giant cube that envelops the entire scene. Then give that cube a principal volume shader. Change the density to 0.005, or the fog will be so thick that you'll see nothing. And to make the fog look more cloudy, add a noise texture, a mapping node, and a texture coordinate. And of course change that to object. Then add a color ramp and play with that till it looks right. And play with the scale, detail, and roughness of the noise texture till the density of your fog is looking rather fabulous. Quick recap time! We used a rock texture, 2 meshes made with Blender add-ons, added a few lights, mix in some fog, mash it all together, and that, my friends, is...
Siege peasy.